Alright, what is good, everybody? I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, whatever day you're watching this video. Make sure that if you're new to the channel, to subscribe and check out some of my other content if you're not new to this channel, or if you are, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. That really helps my videos get more publicity, and I'm trying to grow on YouTube right now. So, jumping right into the video, I have a list here that I made of, in my opinion, I think it's 12 most underrated sneakers that you can buy right now. And fortunately, this is gonna be a fun video because it's kind of, I guess, kind of budget friendly when it comes to sneakers. That because they're underrated sneakers, you can get them for cheaper, yet they're very good sneakers. But if you're all about the hype, then these are the kind of sneakers that you want to avoid. So if you're just a hype beast that can't think on your own and you're basically just a sheep, then you can look to these and be like, okay, I don't want to buy those. Sorry to call out, if I called out someone in the audience, I'm sorry. So first up on the list is the metallic fours, the metallic purple fours, or also known as the court purple fours. These released just recently, about a month ago or something. I really liked these. I was considering buying them for myself. I did not end up buying them just because I thought that maybe I can pull them off very well. I've time and time again considered actually buying these. I don't think I will, but basically a lot of retro Jordans recently have been they release immediately, they kind of resell for quite a bit, more up towards $280, $300, and they dip down to, after fees from StockX and GOAT, basically the retail price. So people don't really buy these shoes to resell, and thus they don't really get much hype to them. But I think that these are a really, really good Jordan 4. Apparently they're very good quality. I think that with time they will go up in price and hype, but overall I'm not a big fours person, and these ones I am a big fan of. Kind of on the same note, there are the mushroom fours. These were a women's release only, so they are in women's sizes, but men can wear these if they just go 1.5 sizes up. These, honestly, no cap, all real facts, these should be worth more than the Travis Scott 4s. These are a really cool colorway. I think they're probably the same quality as the Travis Scott 4s based off of the material and how they look. But the Travis Scott 4s are kind of a not very wearable, like baby blue color. These are a very, very, heck, they'd go with this that I'm wearing right now. Very, very wearable tan colorway, and if they were released by Travis Scott, they definitely would be worth about $1,000, and that's why I think that these are so cool and people don't really know about them, which is why they are not super popular or sell for a lot. Then next up are the Yeezy 350 Landmarks. Honestly, when these released last summer, I really wanted them. I didn't get selected. I just entered one raffle for them, which was kind of stupid. I should have gone on Yeezy Supply and everything. But these are, in my opinion, one of the best Yeezy 350 releases of the past couple of years. They're an extremely, extremely wearable colorway. I think that these should be selling for more, they should be worth more money than the static 350s, just because the statics are just kind of a bland white. These are, in my opinion, even more wearable because they're just like a very subtle tan color. I love these. If I did not own my Citrons, I would buy these because I won't buy them because the Citrons and the Landmarks are very, very similar colorways. But these, if you're looking for a first pair of Yeezy 350s and you don't want to spend a ton of dough to get them, I would suggest getting these. You can probably buy a used pair for around retail price if you don't want to shell out whatever it is, $280, which for Yeezys isn't a lot for the new pair. The next up on the list is the DMP 6s, the Jordan 6 DMP, released maybe 2 months ago, maybe 3 months ago. I personally am not a fan of 6s at all. There are a couple 6s that I kind of like, but the DMP ones honestly kind of got me into 6s. I did not buy them. I was looking to buy some other stuff at the time, but I don't know why these are not more expensive. I think they're reselling for around $240, which is not a lot for Jordan 6s, considering like the infrared 6s, which honestly I like these more than the infrareds. The infrared 6s that released, I think 2018, 2019 or something like that, I think they're reselling for something around $320. The DMP6s look like they're really good quality. It's a classic colorway. It's extremely wearable. That black and gold, you can wear that with so many different outfits. Next up on the list is the Yeezy 700 Tetra, and if you guys might know that I actually own a pair of these, and you guys can't clown on me for saying that a pair that I own is underrated, because that's the reason that I own it, is because it's underrated. I wanted to buy a pair of 700s, and I could have shelled out like $400 and bought some Wave Runners, or $300 and bought some Inertias, but I was like, I like these more and they're cheaper, so I bought these because they're underrated, obviously. And when I got these, they were they were going, I think, like $90 under the retail price. The retail price is a lot for Yeezy 700s. I'm not quite sure why that is. They are kind of like a luxury sneaker. They're extremely comfortable. They look kind of like some designer sneaker or something like that. But basically, you guys might be a little bit confused if you follow the price of sneakers really closely. These have gone up in price. Now they're like $300 or something. They were much cheaper than that when I bought them. So I would not say that they're underrated now. I'd say that now they're worth $300 or something, and that's what they should be going for, which is what they are going for. But when I bought them, they were extremely underrated. I think they were the cheapest. I think they were tied with the analogs for the cheapest Yeezy 700s you could buy. And I was like, I love these, so that works out perfectly. I'll buy them. Next up, another sneaker that I do own, which is for the same reason. I own them because they're underrated, because I could get them for cheap. I actually got these for retail. They were kind of sitting, and they were sitting in my size, so I was like, okay. They were sitting for like half a day or something, which is very, very weird for Yeezys to sit on Yeezy supply for that long. But these are the Yeezy 350 Citrons. I mentioned that I had these when I was talking about the landmarks. Sorry, I had to go because my dog was barking. But basically, these are like the second cheapest Yeezys that you can buy for resale price. I think they're going for like maybe $20 or $30, probably $30 more than the original retail price, which is kind of surprising. Basically, these are going for about retail price plus tax. So I don't know why they're so cheap. Probably because my presumption is that they were sitting for a bit, so then people weren't as hyped about them. And then because people weren't as hyped about them, there wasn't as much demand. And then it was kind of like a self-causing cycle where they didn't end up selling, or they end up getting hype and reselling for more price. But I think that I am honestly so glad that I picked these up at the time. I was a little bit unsure because at the time I preferred the Cloud Whites that released like 2 days beforehand. And now I definitely prefer these. These are so cool. They fit my personality. They fit what I like to look for in sneakers, and they're honestly the perfect sneaker for me. I love this colorway. I have considered selling it at times, but I am so glad that I did not end up selling it at any point. So if you want to buy a new pair of Yeezys, or your first pair of Yeezys or whatever, and you don't want to pay the price for the landmarks, these are an extremely good alternative. You can probably buy these used for, actually I'm selling a pair used right here, so that's 11.5. I think I'm going to list them for like $215 or something like that. So you can buy pairs used for about that much, or buy a new pair for like $250. Alright, next up on the list is the Sakai Blazers, this in the white colorway specifically. I'm not really a big fan of the Sakai collection, except for the Summit Whites. I think that's what they're called, the Summit White LDV Waffle or whatever it's called. But the Sakai Blazer in the white colorway is very cool. I've considered getting this. I think that these would look very good with some black skinny jeans. It's a very cool, unique sneaker. I think that they should be worth more, considering that right now they're selling for about half the price of the other Sakai sneakers, and the Blazers I think are actually kind of a more wearable sneaker than the LDV Waffles. And then next up is the Pine Green Jordan 1s. These released, I think, in February, I want to say. I think that these are very, very, very cool sneakers. If I did not already own two pairs of Jordan 1s, I would consider buying these for myself. And I don't know why they still aren't kind of going up in price. They're not worth as much as the Court Purples or the Royal Toe ones, which released after them. The quality on them was very, very good. Some people were saying that it was kind of just like printed on quality, but I could tell that the leather quality actually was quite nice. It would be a very, very nice wearable sneaker. Any Jordan 1 in the bread color blocking it is just a phenomenal sneaker. Like these, my crimson tints, these are in the bread color blocking. So by color blocking, I mean same placement of different colors. So the bread color blocking is having black everywhere except for on the heel cup and this and the swoosh and the toe, and then on the bottom, of course. So the pine green ones have everywhere where this sneaker is pink, have green on them. If you're looking to pick up a pair of Jordan 1s and you don't want to pay a pretty penny for a pair of Court Purples or something like that, I highly suggest that you check out the pine green ones, unless, of course, there is another pair of Jordan 1s coming out in the near future that you really like that you can buy for $170 retail price. Then next up on the list is the Vapor Max, and along with this, the Vapor Max Plus. You guys, it's a little bit glared, but you guys can see. You've probably seen my pair of Vapor Maxes. These are a very, very cool sneaker, so unique. I've gotten a lot of compliments on these, and it's kind of interesting because it shows that you don't have to spend like $200 on a pair of shoes to get compliments and head turns and have your shoes be noticed. These I spent $100 on. I got them slightly used. They were gently used when I got them, and that did not make a difference. They were great, great condition. And honestly, I'm very, very happy with these. I'm considering getting a different pair of Vapor Maxes, which is why you may have seen that I am selling these. But overall, I think that Vapor Maxes, Flyknits, as well as the Vapor Max Pluses, should be a sneaker that sells out. I think, in my opinion, these should be the Nike version of Yeezys. There are quite a few similarities in the comfort and style of them, except that these are a little bit more sporty. But I think that they're just kind of, the market is flooded with these, so they never really got that boom of hype that Yeezys initially had. Next up on the list is the Yeezy 380 Mists. I really like these. I actually, honestly, unpopular opinion, I like them more than the Aliens. The Aliens, honestly, I'm not a super big fan of. I think that they don't really look that good on feet and stuff, but the Mists do look very, very good. I suspect that these will go up with time. Right now they're sitting under retail price at $215. These are an extremely dope sneaker. I've heard that the Yeezy 380s are extremely comfortable and probably more comfortable than the 350s. I considered buying these. The reason that I did not buy them is simply because that collar at the top there is tight to your ankle, kind of like a sock. And I think that with my very skinny ankles and lower legs, would not be able to pull these off well unless I was wearing pants. So I thought, okay, I don't really want to wear a shoe that I can only wear with pants. But bottom line of this whole video, make sure, guys, that you buy what you like. I was just kind of listing off things that I like and things that I think people in general kind of, think would be cool that aren't super hyped. Please do not spend, when it's on the order of like a couple $100 difference, please do not spend that much money just because someone else likes them. If it's something that's really, really special to you, that you love, that you can't get in a different sneaker, then maybe that's different if you were working hard for it. But basically, like I said, please do not buy something just because it is hyped. If it happens to be hyped and thus more expensive, and you do really like it, then that's your choice. But this was just kind of to give you guys some ideas of, you can get some really cool sneakers that people still like and that you will really like, and that I like, for quite a bit cheaper. It's not worth paying the extra price just to please other people. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. feel free to drop some comments, some likes. Let's try to get 10 likes on this video once again. And with that said, we out.